First little souls from Friday's tragedy in Connecticut are laid to rest as a community and a nation searches for answers. Plus some possible movement in the direction away from the fiscal cliff. So what type of deal is in the talks? We're going to have the details for you. And even though a compromise to avoid the fiscal cliff may be in sight, many people could still lose their extended unemployment benefits. We're going to explain and have much more coming up for you on this Tuesday, December 18th, 2012.
You're watching News 4 Today in high definition.
Hey, good Tuesday morning, everybody, and welcome to this edition of News 4 Today as we get you going now on this 18th day of December. Yeah, less than a week to go before Christmas, or actually a week to go before Christmas. And we've got a very interesting one weather-wise. We've got some snow actually hitting us right now, south and east of us. Nothing to speak of where I was coming from, west of town. But this is kind of looks like one of those storms. It doesn't look to be much of a big hitter, Jen, but it could cause some problems in south and east of us anyway.
That's right. You know, snow's still not out of the question right now for Reno, but so far this morning we've stayed pretty dry. I know yesterday around noontime when the National Weather Service issued that winter weather advisory, initially thought, yeah, you know, we're going to get some snow in the morning. It's going to be a little bit worse. So far, though, we'd stayed dry.
Drive a weather forecaster to drink.
Yes, so, right? Maybe some milk in the morning. Maybe I'll have a little cocktail when I get off work. Let's go ahead and take a look outside at your temperatures. 29 degrees outside right now at Reno with north winds at about 14 miles per hour. So a little breezy this morning. Low 20s at Truckee, upper 20s at South Lake Tahoe, and 20s at Lovelock as well. So here's where the snow band's setting up. We have a snow ring mix south 395 Washoe Valley through Carson City. You can see Minden and Gardnerville getting a little bit of snow. Yerington as well. So that's primarily going to be the main impact area throughout the day today. Also, of course, Tahoe right around Glenbrook and then south there. So Mineral, Mono counties will get some snow today, as well as Churchill counties into Fallon as well. So we do still have some snow around your valley locations, just really nothing too much around Reno. Winter weather advisory in effect until noon today for Tahoe. We're looking at 1 to 2 inches below 7,000 feet and about 2 to 4 inches above 7,000 feet. So this isn't going to be a huge weather maker, but definitely some chain controls in effect over the Sierra this morning. We do still have winter weather advisories in effect for Reno, Carson City, Yerington, Lovelock, Fallon, and then that also includes South Lake Tahoe, a winter storm warning as we're looking into eastern Nevada today. 50 was the high yesterday, so we were 5 degrees above the average. Actually did pick up 0.02 of an inch of precipitation. I imagine that was at some point very late at night. So your sunrise this morning, 7:15 a.m. Could still squeak out about 1 to 2 inches of snow around your valley locations, but again, around Reno, Sparks, and Carson City, we're not really expecting any major accumulation. Again, most of that is going to stay south and east. So 31 and 11 for your high and low today. Wind is a lot lighter and very cold temperatures tomorrow morning. We have some negative digits to talk about in the Sierra, South Lake Tahoe, and Truckee overnight tonight, tomorrow morning, and then this weekend, it looks like starting Thursday night through about Sunday, we do have a chance of storms, some more snow, rain for the valley in the Sierra.
The height of the travel period, really, when folks are heading up there for Christmas. Yikes.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a little messy.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you very much for that, Jen. We'll check back in with you in a couple of minutes. It is now 4 minutes after the hour on your Tuesday morning. Well, Newtown, Connecticut will face many more funerals over the next few days as Christmas approaches. Also, students other than those who attend Sandy Hook Elementary School are returning to class this morning. Reporter Natisha Lance has more now on a community rocked by tragedy, trying to find some normalcy.
The first funerals were held Monday for victims of Friday's shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary. The two 6-year-olds, Jack Pinto and Noah Posner, were laid to rest. Those who attended Noah's funeral say his mother's words about her beloved little boy were poignant.
He was a very good boy, and when she told him, "I love you," his answer was, "Not as much as I love you." And that's his constant answer to his mother.
That there was not a dry eye when the mother spoke. There's tremendous passion, tremendous feeling, and I think everyone was touched.
Family and friends also remembered little Jack Pinto, a budding wrestler. Many of Jack's friends arrived at his funeral wearing Newtown wrestling sweatshirts. He was an avid New York Giants fan. In fact, he was buried in a Giants jersey.
Newtown is forever changed. And Luke came today as a teammate, because that's who we are. That's who Newtown is, right? We're here for the Pintos.
Most Newtown students will return to school this morning. Students of Sandy Hook Elementary will not. Trucks filled with Sandy Hook materials headed to a neighboring town to reopen in a former middle school.
That's the students' materials, the backpacks that they left. When the children come in, whenever the school is started, they walk into a classroom that looks as close as possible as their classroom that they left.
There's been no official date set on when Sandy Hook will start again. I'm Natisha Lance reporting.
The community still faces 24 funerals in the coming days, including for students Charlotte Helen Bacon and Jessica Ricos today, and wakes for Daniel Gerard Barden and teacher Victoria Soto, that we've been hearing so much about lately. She's the teacher who hid her students in the closet. Meanwhile, a moving picture of President Barack Obama holding the granddaughter of shooting victim and Sandy Hook principal is spreading online. The principal's daughter, Christina Hassinger, tweeted out the picture with a bittersweet message that read, quote, "Mom would be so proud to see President Obama holding her granddaughter, but not as proud as I am of her," end quote. The picture was snapped during a meeting with members of the families affected by the tragedy. 47-year-old Dawn Huckspring is being hailed as a hero for her efforts to confront the gunman and save her students at Sandy Hook. And the Sandy Hook tragedy has caught the attention of our nation's leaders, no doubt. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid spoke yesterday on the Senate floor regarding the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary in Newtown. Here's what he had to say.
But we need to accept the reality that we're not doing enough to protect our citizens. In the coming days and weeks, we'll engage in a meaningful conversation and thoughtful debate about how to change laws and culture that allow this violence to continue to grow. We have no greater responsibility than keeping our most vulnerable and most precious resource, our children, safe.
As you just heard, the attack in Newtown has prompted some lawmakers to find ways to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. Many leaders are looking to change gun control laws. Here's a breakdown of the Nevada gun control laws. You must be at least 21 years old to purchase a gun. For a concealed carry, you must apply for a license and attend a safety course. There are no gun bans or waiting periods to purchase in the Silver State. And lawmakers across the nation are calling on national discussion on how to curb gun violence, the latest on the gun control debate and possibilities coming up. Plus, it looks like things are finally looking on the bright side when it comes to a compromise and avoiding the fiscal cliff. We're going to have the details of what could be meeting in the middle.